Hey, YouTube family. It's Sunday. I'm here. I am behind, but hey, nothing like the presents to get started. So, we're going to talk about being laid off from your job or experiencing an income gap and how you can survive it. So, if you're interested in that topic, stay tuned. It's your first time here. Let me tell you a little bit about myself and welcome. Make sure you subscribe, like, share out this topic because I feel like this is going to be a topic that a lot of people need to hear about. And I actually wrote this down maybe about a month ago, but I never had an opportunity to share the video or talk to folks about this, okay? So let's get into it. I'm Ronique, and I was in corporate for a very long time. Now in the entrepreneur space, I built a nonprofit from scratch. That's a little bit about me. I have personally experienced a layoff that actually got moved to a different state. After the layoff, I actually quit my job too, without any plans. I not suggest that you do that, but I am a person that has a tendency to jump when I'm ready. It takes me a while to make up my mind, and usually when it happens, I'm gone. And I built a nonprofit from scratch. So that's a little bit about my experiences. Of course, there's a lot more in between that, but we're talking about layoffs. So I feel like those are pertinent to layoffs, especially when you're building a nonprofit that is in a space that has high disparities or dealing with a class that is considered like underclass or oppressed class. And even if it's a nonprofit that is Black led, we don't get the same financial support as other nonprofits. So we experience shifts a lot because of that, especially if you're addressing an issue that is not a popular issue. The U.S. has some unique challenges, and so those are a lot of things that I'm working through. But this is all about layoffs, okay? So let's get on topic. So number one, and that you want to do if you just now experiencing a layoff for the first time, if you've ever experienced a layoff, if you're possibly thinking you may experience a layoff, because a lot of shifts happening in the world. If you've been following me for a while, I've been saying, hey, guys, the world is going to shift. And so we're starting to go through it now. We're at the beginning. So buckle your seatbelts, okay? You may be experiencing a layoff years from now, year from now, or just an income shift, time from now, this, that, and other. First thing you want to do is just make sure your mental health is in check. Okay, you went through something that is traumatic, that is a change in your life, that is a big change. You want to first check in with yourself, make sure you're okay, do what you need to do. If you need to scream, you need to yell, you need to let it out. Do what you need to do, okay? So that's the first thing is first, okay? Because you now have to deal with a process of shifting. So that's the first thing you need to do. Figure out what those things are for you. Figure those things out now while you're dealing with the day-to-day. America has a way to make you so busy that you don't realize that you may not even realize how to get yourself centered. That is something I'm going to tell everybody, regardless if you're dealing with a layoff or not, that you need to figure out how do you get yourself centered outside of anybody else you're responsible of. That's very critical and important. So, number two, you have to understand your absolute basic costs. I'm not talking about your costs to keep up with your maintenance of your hair, the maintenance of your nails. If you're a guy, your, maintenance of whatever you may like to do, which is probably go watch games with your partners on the weekends, those type of things. I'm talking about your basic costs. How much is your mortgage? How much is your rent? How much is your food for the month? How much is your utilities? Right? Your basics. What is that bottom cost? Your gas you need in your car. What is that bottom cost? And really be truthful with yourself. Not what you like to do. Not what your normal month looks like when everything's flowing, everything's good. But what is your cost of, if you don't have income coming in, what is the amount you need to have so you can pay your bills so that you don't get evicted, put out, etc., etc., etc. What does that cost? You should know that today, no matter what your situation is. If you don't know that number, learn that number, okay? And if that number is too high. And when I say that number is too high, if you know that's a number that if tomorrow everything stops and I can't make that income on my own, you may want to assess that. Okay. And you know you can't borrow it or you don't have it or this, that, and other, assess that. Because some of us are just living, some people say above your means, which is, you know, a term and way for it. You probably just spending too much on basic stuff. I am not a person that likes to spend money on basic stuff. Basic stuff is housing to me. Car is basic. Food is like, well, let me stop lying about the food now. Food ain't basic to me. But food is basics, right? But I just don't like to spend a lot of money if I don't want to, especially if I don't have it. Why? You know, it doesn't make sense to me. You know, this is something that I would be doing that I have to live. So that's a resource. That is a basic cost of living that should not be extremely expensive. This is why I am not a fan of American cost of living. The American cost of living has actually been out of whack for maybe 30 years now. Most people are just now starting to feel it, but it's been out of whack for a long time compared to its average citizen's income. Not the rich people everybody always talk about. We're talking about the average citizen income. I have a problem with rich people. I have a problem with billionaires. I have a problem with millionaires. I have a problem with 100,000aires. I do have an issue when your environment is creating a certain amount of income for your citizens and their cost of living does not match what your citizens normally make. Because however you want to twist it, your environment is creating that product. You can argue with me all you want. It is what it is. Okay. So understand that. And adjust it if you can. If you need to. You can always adjust that. So people are like, I can't. If you find a problem, you will. If you find an opportunity, you will. Simple as that. Number 2, understand your skills that can make you money. You've been working a long time. There is a skill, yes, that you have that can make you money in this market. Doesn't matter where you live at. Doesn't matter where you are. No matter if you've never done it before. It is plenty of channels on YouTube that is teaching you how to do things for free. Before you go purchase anything. Are you listening? You listening to me? Before you go purchase anything, to go figure out if you've never did a digital product, if you've never done this, that, and other, it is channels that are walking you through fully how to create a digital product for free. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to me. Go figure it out for yourself. But you have a skill set that you can make money from. Even if you just got laid off, if you were in a special industry, that is a unique industry, that is a, I say unique, what's the other word you say? That is a specialized industry where it's not where it's a specialized skill, where you have to know certain information that is not readily available. Like I'll, think of 2 immediately: aviation, payroll. Those are 2 that are specialized, that have a lot of different unique terms, things to them, etc. That more likely you could be a consultant with another company in that role and still make money, and then you can name your own price. Okay, so figure out that skill that you can make money from and get out there. If you want or need, so number 4, if you want or need part-time employment, find jobs that pay bonus or commission. And most time that is your sales jobs, of course. And people think about cold calling, sales, this and another. I mean, I know a lot of people that do insurance. Some people like Uber. Some people jump into, of course, the Uber Eats, the door dashing, etc. for extra money, or when they're in between shifts, they're doing those to make ends meet. Those are always good things to do in the in-between. But I want you to get to skills that are not taking a lot of your time too, where you can put things on autopilot, where if you do have to pick up that part-time, that is something that's going to give you the most cost benefit for your time. Okay. So usually find those that are paying some type of bonus or commission. I tell you a story about when I was younger, like in my 20s. Before I had landed at my one company I was at for 15 years, I was like working, doing different jobs until I landed somewhere. I'm that person. Okay. And so one job I worked that was part-time, it was at a golf store. But when I tell you them commissions was lovely, people purchasing those golf clubs, I appreciate y'all. So, figure that out. Because I guarantee you, it's probably something you never thought of. You're like, oh my God, like I can make this and work this less time. Really, you want to start figuring out how do you trade. A lot of times when you hear it all the time, employees are trading their time for money. You want to get to the point where you're trading your money for time. So, it takes steps to get there because you've been in one dynamic for so long, but you can definitely do it. If I did it, you can do it. Okay. So it takes steps to get there, but you can do it. But even if you never get there, always try to figure out where can you get the most bang for your buck, right? Bang for your time. Most people are like, it's high paying, it's this, that, and other, etc. Let's be realistic about the U.S. job market where you're now. Keep it realistic. You see plenty of people who have been looking for jobs for years now, 2 or 3 years, 6 months, etc., so forth. So be realistic. Figure out your skill set. Figure out what is your niche. Really dig into that area, and I guarantee you'll probably find something. And if you do go part-time, find those jobs that are paying some type of bonus or commission. Okay. Number 5. It's kind of a little bit what we talked about earlier, but let's really discuss this. Do not freak out. You can have a breakdown. You can have a moment. You can, hey, scream, yell, go boxing, take a jog, walk, clear your head, whatever you got to do. But do not stay there. Okay? Come here. Come here. Come here. I'm talking to you. Do not freak out. This will not last forever. Very important that you understand that. This will not last forever. And you must tell yourself that. Because if you find yourself mentally, now I've talked about this twice. There's a reason why I'm talking about your mental. If you find yourself in a rut of, woe is me, I'm going to continue to deal with this. I'm going to be, I'm not going to ever figure out how to pay my bills. I am, destitute, whatever. If you find yourself in that rut, you're going to continue to attract that to your life. You keep hearing about the law of attraction. You keep hearing about, manifestation, affirmations, and this, that, and other. It's the reason why you're hearing a lot about that, because it is your mindset is everything, especially during the times that are the toughest. Let me say this again, especially during the times that are the toughest. Your mindset is everything, because what will happen is you'll start finding opportunities that will attract to you. Excuse me. If your mindset is positive and you're grateful, even through the change, because it should be, I'm experiencing a shift. I am landing to my next great thing. Everything happens for me in the best, highest way, whatever, affirmation you're into, say it, pray, etc., so forth. So, and just believe it, and you'll start seeing things open up. But if you stay in a, woe is me, this ain't never going to be figured out, I'm going to lose everything, everything going to go, that's more likely what's going to happen. Because you won't ever see the opportunities that are there. You won't find the things that can make you extra money. You won't realize you can now create an income stream that could replace your other income stream. Or you won't realize that you can create an income stream can now be your second income stream, period, for the rest of your life, right? Which everybody should be focused on, especially if you live in the U.S. Cost of living is just, Ask for help. Okay, number 6, ask for help. See who can help. A lot of us come from families where they can't help us. They haven't helped us, whatever it is, who knows. A lot of us come from families who can help us. What is your situation? Again, this is an individual thing. I'm giving you options as an individual. You have to sit down and assess your situation. It's better to even assess it now when you're not in need, so you know what to do if this does happen too, right? So assess your situation. Be honest with yourself. Yes, some of us can save 1 month, 2 months, 3 months worth of bills, etc., 6 months, a year. Some people can do that. Some people are not in a position that were able to do that. So what is assess your situation? Who can you ask for help from? Do you have friends that you know that would maybe be able to assist you during this time? Do you have entities, nonprofits? Is it somebody you can reach out to get help during this time? What is your situation? To be honest with yourself and ask for help. Many people are experiencing shifts right now. It's very, some people are very prideful, and it's very embarrassing to ask for help. It's very much, you may feel like, I shouldn't need help. America's not a place where it's very hyper independent, and they don't really push community in America. They make it feel bad for people to need help, and instead of others. America's a weird society to me a little bit. But we're here. But I'm telling you shouldn't be ashamed. We are all connected, honestly. I just feel like if a municipality, I said it earlier, country, whatever product you produce and wherever your majority of your citizens' income falls, that is the environment you produce that in, that is where your cost of living should be. Simple as that. There's no, you can't argue with me there. If you're not producing all millionaires and billionaires, that means your environment is not set up to produce all millionaires and billionaires. So your cost of living can't be everybody be a millionaire, billionaire. Okay? If 50% of your citizens is making less than $50,000 a year, that is where your cost of living should be to be able to be there. And we're not talking about just being able to just live in a house. They should be able to take a vacation, save some money, have a 401k, the basics, okay? So that's story time for different days, but I hope this helped you. Let me go through this again really quickly, okay? Number 1, get your mental health in check. Take time, figure things out, walk away. You can make, when your nervous system is at peace and you have got through your emotions, you're going to better make a plan of action. Okay. So as I said, get through your mental health first, get your emotions in check, do what you need to do. If you got to take a day or two, take it, come back to the plan, then take action. Okay. Number 2, understand what is your basic cost of living. What is your mortgage, your utilities, your gas, your food? To me, this is all the basics you need really for the month. You don't need to go shopping. You don't need to go buy no new clothes. Look, I've been trying to get rid of stuff for a minute. When I tell you, I'm probably going to have somebody come in and be like, just, take it all. Because I'm just on a change journey right now. Understand your skills that can make you money. You've been working a very long time, so there's a skill that can make you money, guys. There's a skill that can make you money, I guarantee you. Number 4, if you want or you decide you need a part-time job, try to figure out one that pays bonus or commission. I know that Uber, DoorDash, and stuff is very fast money. So a lot of people get to that, and it's quickly to sign up and to get to work really quickly. Those are companies who seeing, hey, this economy is about to shift. It's going from regular employment to gig work to independent contractors. I'm in that space. So we've been talking about this for the last 8 years, to be honest. So they knew they could create those companies that would, because the employees would get shifted to that. We knew artificial intelligence was going to roll out. So we knew everybody would come into the space of entrepreneurship, independent contractor, gig worker. You're now starting to really experience that. Okay. So I'm here to try to help you through that shift. Number 5, do not freak out. Do not freak out. Do not freak out. Yes, you do not freak out. This will not last forever. It will not last forever. You will figure it out. You will learn how to adjust through all the changes that are happening to not only you, but other hundreds of thousands of people at the same time. Okay? Number 6, ask for help and do not be afraid to ask for help. Do not be embarrassed by asking for help. This is a time where you actually need help, so accept it. And if you can't find it, then figure out how to help yourself. So I hope this video helps you through this time. It will not last forever. It is a huge shift that is happening for everybody across the world. Those of us who are in different spaces that study things because of maybe the line of work we're in and so forth, we are aware of what is to come and what's happening. And we're going to be caught off guard too. So we're like, oh, we didn't see that coming, so not like we know everything because, I ain't in the high up. High up. So I'm in the low stuff, I feel like, but who knows? But at the end of the day, I'm all about helping people. I am going to get back on track with helping with the Sunday talks. Y'all, I wrote this over a month ago because I've seen so much of people panicking and I hadn't seen anybody really cover a practical video to help people through layoffs. And I was just like, why is nobody giving the practical advice that you need to understand how you're going to survive through this? So them are the practical steps to take. You're going to then, once you start taking those, I guarantee you're going to find the other steps to do and what to do next. And it's going to start flowing and coming to you. So get started with that. I have some things on the horizon I'm working on. I've been working on, and so forth, just to kind of get my experiences and knowledge out there in a bigger scale so that it's going to come. So just keep looking out for that. But in the meantime, let's start with step 1, which is me to come out with a video every Sunday. Okay. Let's just try to step 1. Look, I'm talking to myself right now, Ranique. One thing at a time. Okay. So we're just going to do that at a minimum because it is a lot that is going to be happening that I definitely need to make sure I get some videos out so you guys can get some knowledge, some ways to navigate through it, and just to help you. And I really need to update my artificial intelligence video. So I will be updating that here soon as well. So look for that to come. Other than that, I want you guys to have a good day. Have a great Sunday or whenever you watch this video. Have a great day, good evening, so forth. And remember, it will not last forever. Talk to you guys later. Be blessed.